Alright guys, been a while since I've flown something new, but I've had this is an Ultra-Z, Zeta Ultra-Z Astro. They make two variations, the Astro and the Blaze. The Blaze is just a little bit different wing configuration, more swept. Another AliExpress special that I'm trying out. I've actually had this for about 3 years, but I finally put electronics in it recently. I've flown it about 4 or 5 times. Pretty good flyer once you get it tuned. I have a Xfly 64mm EDF 4S, I believe 3200 kV, where you can use two EDF 55s or 50s. But this thing only weighs 750 grams, and that thing puts out 1250, so almost a 2-to-1 thrust to weight ratio. But it can slow down pretty well too, so you can fly it as fast as you want or as slow as you want. First flight was kind of hairy. I had the CG too far back and way too much throws. This thing does not require much throws at all. Let's see. Okay, I did not have a stabilizer in it initially. I have the Hobby Eagle A3 V2. You can get like those super cheap on AliExpress as well. I've been flying those for a while now, and I've really been impressed with them. Once you get it tuned, you don't need it. It's not that much of a handful if you're used to flying jets. But if you put too much throws in it, it's a very big handful. Also had another problem. One of my little 9-gram servos, for whatever reason, when you move it to one direction, it would come back to center, but if you move it the other direction and up this way, it would not come back to center, and it had, you know, a couple millimeters of throw, and so I never could get it in trim. On top of it being tail heavy and everything, it was really a handful, and I had to struggle to get it down safely. Once I figured out, and then I figured out what was going on and changed out the servo. It's the first time I've ever had one of these little cheap Metal Gear 9-gram servos from Amazon have an issue. But anyways, this is I tried to fly it once with the gyro on it. I have it set, you know, for stabilize off, and then auto stabilize, which is if you know, the bailout switch, so to speak. It's the auto level, so even if you're inverted, it'll flip it back over, kind of like an AS3X for trainers and stuff, new flyers. But anyways, but yeah, it wasn't working right. It was very jittery, but I also had the speed controller too close to it, which is a no-no. I'm hoping this power wire, you also want to keep the power wires away from that, because you get a bunch of noise out of the ESC and the power wires that can really mess with a gyro. So hoping the stabilizer act a little better. If not, I'll change it up again, but like I said, I just turned it off last time and just flew it like normal. But it'd really be nice to have that stabilizer in there just for windier conditions, but this thing doesn't care about the wind much. But anyways, let's get it up. I had it over here and I moved it back here, so let's get it up and see what it does. Might have to turn it off again and maybe even land it to adjust the gyro. I barely have the gains up on both the stabilize and the auto stabilize, so I'm going to take off with it off, and then I'm going to turn the stabilizer on. So let's see, so right, left, up, down. Elevators, you can have a lot of throw in it. Aileron, not so much. You can see how little I have. And then you also have this washout. I'll post the throws that I have on there, but you can see the washout that is required. It does need washout, being a flying wing, and the airfoil not having its own washout. So yep. All right, let's get her up in the air, and let's see if my stabilizer acts a little better. see. All right. All right, let's do that again. All right, got her powered up. Let's see how she does. I'm gonna start off without stabilize on, and then I'll flip it on once I'm up in the air. Ugh. Easy to launch. Okay, let's try to stabilize. Oh yeah, look at that chatter. Yep, stabilizer's still wonky. I'm either getting interference or my gains are too high, which is weird. So I'm on low rates right now, and you can see I still have plenty of roll rate. I mean, it's not super fast, but brisk. I'll show my recommendations here in a second. I'll flip to high rates now. There's high rates. But low rates is plenty to just putt around. I've been putting around about half throttle, by the way. Do a high speed pass. Up she goes. Do a low speed pass. Okay, I'm about, I don't know, quarter throttle right now. Into the wind. Slows right down. Going vertical, Maverick. Good little flyer though. Throttle off. Now, just because it is a flying wing, trim gets a little weird due to torque, depending on high throttle, because it is. So this is completely throttle off. So up and down trim depending on throttle, because I think there's a little bit of down thrust. So, and your left right trim due to torque is definitely noticeable, not unmanageable, you know, just flying. Probably would help with the stabilizer. But she'll putt around easily at half throttle. Good flying little plane. I hear the blaze is just as much, but man, I'll tell you right now, do not put too much aileron throw in it or it's a handful. All right, so I had my timer set for 5 minutes, so I'm gonna bring her in. Here she is. Good little flying plane. I recommend it. It's got its little personality, but if you don't put too many throws in it, and it would definitely be a little nicer with a stabilizer. She's a fun little flyer, and you got options. Haven't seen anybody put 3 EDFs in it yet. That'd be insane. Even with 2 EDFs at like 900 grams, 50 millimeters, that would still be insane. But having fun with it. I like it.